beneath the surface of these calm waters. Every day, this tropical fish hunter and his son work in waters infested with some of nature's most deadly predators. A 20-foot anaconda prowls the muddy bottom. And above, hovering silently in the water, a caiman waits for its next victim. These waters are also home to the most dangerous, aggressive fish in the world, whose attack is so swift and savage it can virtually devour its prey before it loses consciousness. The piranha. Like an underwater wolf pack, they descend on prey in a furious frenzy. To the fisherman, the piranha with its razor teeth is just another casual hazard of life, of which there are many. Yet these fishermen walk unafraid of the danger that swims between their legs in the shadows of the river bottom. However, for most of us, piranha are like something out of a horror film. They are the killer fish of lore, but is their reputation deserved? This is Amazonas, the region that encompasses northern Brazil and southern Venezuela. The rainforest here is largely undisturbed, and life goes on now as it did 10,000 years ago. On the surface, the forest seems serene. It is easy to be seduced by the gentle flow of water and by the endless grace of nature within the forest. Beneath the facade, however, lies a different story. Part of the piranha's ferocious reputation derives from the fact that it's so widespread in South America. Brazil alone has 24 different towns, rivers, and mountains named Piranha. Within virtually every river, stream, and lagoon lurks a fish that has been described as the perfect killing machine, the cannibal fish, the piranha. The piranha has been an object of fascination since the first great white explorers who ventured into the Amazon returned with harrowing tales of the killer fish 200 years ago. They described the fish as the embodiment of evil, a swirling pestilence that devoured man and beast alike. The picture these men drew of the piranha was an ancient evil, one of biblical proportions, and to this day, it remains part of our collective nightmare. Little has changed since the first white man ventured into the Amazon. The inroads of civilization have yet to penetrate its hostile borders, where the truth about the killer fish remains shrouded in superstition and ignorance. Like most myths, part of the piranha's lore is shaped by our fears, and like most myths, part of its lore is rooted in reality. The northern Amazon basin, the area between the Amazon River and the Rio Negro in Brazil, and the Orinoco River in Venezuela, is a primeval vastness in which time is everywhere and yet nowhere. To walk in the forest is to lose sight of the sun. It is to walk in a land of perpetual shade and rain. It is to live beneath the smothering closeness of the canopy. Yet people learn to adapt, and the Amazon is dotted with tribes of indigenous peoples who have coped with hardship for untold centuries. To the Pinari Indians of the Manipure region of Venezuela, the piranha is far less dangerous than other hazards that jeopardize life in the Amazon. In spite of the claim of early explorers that virtually every native in the Amazon had been maimed by the piranha, the Pinari have few such scars. To these people, to be bitten by a piranha is more a measure of stupidity than of bad luck. The truth about piranha is that they attack prey only under certain circumstances. Most of the time, they wouldn't pay attention to a catfish, but its erratic swimming has caught their attention. Piranha rarely attack healthy animals in free-flowing water. Instead, they hunt the weak, the dying, and the dead in the same way that wolves seek the weakest members of a herd to attack. Piranha do not school together like most fish. They only tolerate each other in a sort of uneasy truce as they compete for food. Their attack is so swift that even though the piranha have consumed most of the catfish's body, it continues to gasp. Soon, virtually nothing is left of the catfish. For the Pinari, however, the river holds threats much greater than the piranha. These men are hunting what they fear most in the water, the docile stingray. The stingray lies motionless on the shallow river bottom, usually covered with sand or mud, virtually invisible even in clear water. Ordinarily, the stingray is harmless. But if someone should step on one, its defensive reaction is to whip its tail, which is armed with a barbed spike covered with an acid slime, into the unsuspecting wader's foot or leg, and then thrash the barb in the wound. Such an agonizing injury can take months to heal. Most of the young Pinari men have stingray wounds. They hate the rays so much that whenever they see one, they'll spear it, cut off its tail, and then throw the bloodied ray back into the water to be devoured by piranha. The Pinari have learned the rules of survival over generations of trial and error. Experience has taught them that the piranha is to be respected, not feared, and like every plant and animal, it lives by a set of rules that govern its behavior. Piranha aren't the scourge described by early overzealous white explorers. They're a natural part of the ecosystem. In these waters, the danger of a piranha attack is minimal, but they also know that not far from this spot there are places where no Pinari would ever set foot, because to do so would almost guarantee an attack. An old saying in the Amazon goes, "In the summer, it rains every day. In the winter, it rains all day." During